Cruise your life applications officer. They're called the tribe report. And the minute this girl here in the middle started opening up her mouth, I just had to put my 2 cents in. And there's another video that I was starting to watch by Brandon Tatum. And just got done eating pizza. It's all in my teeth. I had the Supreme pizza. Got all kinds of crap in my teeth. But anyway, introducing my fine little lovely lady there, Miss Sophie. Oh my goodness. I might have to change my mind about other countries. I said I would never go anywhere outside of America, but man, I would travel the violent seas to marry somebody as beautiful as her. But anyway, it's either sex or sabotage. Now, not too long ago, I used to look at a lot of porn. Porn is a big liar. It lies about everybody. It lies about gay people, lies about trans people, lies about heterosexual people. It lies about what women want in bed, what men want in bed. Almost. The only people that might even come close to the truth in porn is men. Men will pay big money, and that's how porn was created in the first place. Porn is all about wicked men. It's all about nasty men. Men who want to stick their pipe anywhere. They want to park their pipe anywhere, stick it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The more different places you stick it, the more, better life is for them. You can't skip those possibilities. And it's funny, how trans women are men. And like this little trick here in this video, you can go to this, look at this picture real good. You can go to the tribe report. This was one of their latest videos. I think it came out today. You can go to this and see, this woman make a fool out of the trans community. Okay? The other video I watched today was, as I was getting ready to say, Brandon Tatum did one on a girl who lost it. People getting on YouTube and making a fool out of themselves. This woman lost it. And you can go look that up too. She all upset about somebody getting the pronouns wrong. This is what I love about Jesus. Okay? Because I'm able to be a human even if other people don't tell me that I'm wrong and don't be honest with me when I'm wrong, when I'm a screw up. They fail to tell me, they lie to me, but they ain't gonna never do it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna never do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if being gay is so cool, why doesn't at least most men, a lot of gay men think we do, but why don't at least most men at least go out with gay prostitutes or have gay friends around them to do gay favors or or if it's so wonderful, if it's gay is so wonderful, why ain't men dumping their wives and marrying men? If being a trans woman is so wonderful, okay, and that's something else that I noticed today on television. Netflix will probably be one of the first networks to test it out to see how many people who will use movies to test it out and see how many people really are into the gay and trans thing. Okay, I've seen several pictures on Netflix, and even in some of the newer like Marvel stuff, DC, whatever that comes out on TV. A lot of it's Netflix, you know. They are getting these trans actors. They are giving these trans actors a chance because your regular Hollywood isn't hosting a whole lot of trans gay activity on film. You know, one here or there, and they have their ways of giving everybody a heads up with the reviews and the blockbusters or whatever. But they're not giving their audiences a head, you know, they're not giving their audiences as much LGBTQ crap, okay, as much as the LGBTQ wants it. And I guarantee you it'll only be a matter of even days or weeks before somebody in the LGBTQ community starts complaining about there's not enough gay love and gay sex, and there's not enough trans actors and so on in the movie industry. Okay, it's only a matter of time. Also in sports, according to what this lady's talking about, some of the stuff that she said, I guarantee you it's only a small matter of time before all women are unsafe. They're already beating up our women in MMA and beating up our women in wrestling and Olympic sports, and you know, anything that they wanted to sabotage, there's a word, sabotage for themselves and take it away from these women. And this is another thing. If women are so powerful and if they can do so much, I'm gonna slap the women in the face for a little bit. I'm gonna slap these feminists in the face for a minute. If you're so feminist that you can do anything a man can do, okay? If you're so feminist that you can do anything a man can do, how come you can't, when you have the same skills that he has, why can't you beat him and you're the same weight and everything, the same height? I used to horseplay with women back when I was a teenager. Okay? Women love to horseplay with me. And you know, this girl that was taller than me one time and a little bit bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? I used to love to manhandle her, you know, and it went from her trying to push me around to me grabbing her and pulling on her, and I'm getting all like, then the next thing you know, I wanted to sleep with her, you know what I mean? Because it was like, when she realized that, okay, that the point was proven, she was real humble about it, and it was like, okay, now she just let me manhandle her, you know. Another girl who took martial arts, you know, girl I grew up with, she wanted to, like, she always gonna pick the small guy, you know what I mean? She figured, oh, I'll pick D-Roy, you know, kick his butt, and we wrestled, and I believe I knocked a lesbian out of her because I didn't hit her or nothing, but we wrestled, and her finishing move was a blow to my testicles, and she she bit my thumb and bent my thumb back with her mouth, and okay, I had to let her win after that. I said, okay, I win, you win, you win, you win. I seen her years later, and oh, she's wearing a dress, and she's sitting like a lady. She got her hair done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she learned something that day. She found out she couldn't manhandle a man or woman handle a man, whichever one you want to call it. But anyway, if women are so strong and they can do any job and anything a man can do, how come when women are being raped out there on the street, they stand there and take pictures, okay? And they go run and hide when they want to call 911, okay? They ain't even got the guts to pepper spray to do, okay? They just stand there. I mean, if it were me and I had to watch that crap, I would look around at the guy and say, "Hey, yo, man, come on, you can help me out, man. We're not gonna sit here and watch this, man. Let's go." I get about 2 or 3 other guys with me, okay, and go over there. He can't handle all 3 of us, okay. So but women, and if 3 women attack him, at least they and the victim can get away, okay. But they won't even. They'll just take pictures and say, "Well, I have evidence. When I'll show the police the evidence." But the guy done everything he wanted to do to the woman before, anybody even arrived. Y'all could have saved that woman some misery that she's gonna have for the rest of her life. Okay. And that's it. I mean, like, seriously, like, you're telling me that women are so strong and they can do anything a man can do, but yet, I know what the video was I watched. I watched one about the military from this channel right here. These 2 lovely people. There was one about the military, and I was surprised at how Sophie handled it. Because, they were saying that the women were honest about it, and after they got their medals. But see, it's our government, and our politicians, our country leaders, whatever you want to call them, our Supreme Court, they're pushing this agenda. That's why I tell people the Democratic Party isn't even a party anymore. It's a tool to use for a bigger agenda, okay? Because all this stuff about everything from trans to racism, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's just being pushed more by our government more than anything else. If I'm saying that right, government or whatever is above the government. Okay. But these women were honest in the military that they could not do the job that a man can do out on the field. And now they lowered the bar that you have to complete basic training. They lowered it so that women can get ahead and keep up with the men, which they're not really keeping up. It's kind of like the same thing they do to some of these black schools or schools where there's like a certain percentage black, whether they be high school or college. You know what I mean? Lowering the bar so that black kids can excel just as much as white kids and Asian kids, and it's a dumb down. It's really, 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 really wrong. I mean, it's crime. It's criminal. I mean, it's just wrong. You shouldn't do that. I don't care how slow I am. I don't care how black I am. I don't care how, what kind of, background I have or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I'm too slow to go to college, I'm too slow to go to college. Okay? Don't, don't, what's that word? Um, there's a word for that, but don't cover for me. You know, let me excel and keep up with everybody else. Now, this trick. Um, and one more thing. Some of these women in the military admitted that they didn't deserve the honor that they got. One woman received an honor and became like she moved up to like what is it? Not staff sergeant. What's higher than staff sergeant? But she moved up in her, in her team, and now she's leader of the men. And she said she didn't excel. Her achievements weren't that great, and she doesn't deserve the medal that she got. Okay, but she got it, so she's in there, and she likes her career, but she don't like what it took to get her career because it didn't take as much as it should have took. Okay, now this trick. She said that trans women. I'll just do the highlights. She said a bunch of stuff. I'll do the highlights. She said that trans women are more feminine than biological women. Correction. Trans women try to be feminine, period. And that's the delusion that they have. Okay. She also said that trans women don't want. See, you're talking to a guy. When I hear this stuff, I understand some of the things that go on outside of YouTube because I've been in these relationships with people. I've been in these conversations with real people outside of YouTube. I've seen what goes on in schools where you got enough gay people, you got enough trans people. You've heard my videos. You know that I know what goes on. So when she says stuff like, well, trans women are more feminine than biological women, thank you for admitting that you're not biological. That's a plus, okay? But you're trying to be feminine, period. The difference is women don't have to try to be feminine, sweetheart. They're feminine by nature. You're more feminine if you think you're more feminine because you have to be. You spend your time looking in the mirror, learning how to shake your hips and walk from the mirror to the door. Okay? A natural woman doesn't have to do that. It's in her machonism. And if she walks like a dude, she's still a biological woman. Okay? So that's the one highlight that I just had to address. Then she said that a lot of men don't want children. And these two here, they laughed their hearts out. Duh. Okay, yeah, a lot of women don't want children, a lot of men don't want children. So wait a minute, what's going on in this dude's head? Like, or this thing's head? Like, okay, wait. So you mean that? See, she's black. Okay, sorry, folks, she's black. More than likely, she's thinking of the black community when she said that. Whereas a lot of black women, for some reason, don't feel it necessary to really, really, really be strict and strong on birth control. They don't really equate getting pregnant with sex. Black people, you can't get pregnant without sex. It takes sex to get pregnant. And the first thing on your mind when you lay down with a dude, ladies, black ladies, is the possibility of getting pregnant. And if you don't want the guy to wear a condom, then you should be either taking birth control or having your tubes tied. And I understand, though, I do agree that black folks have more sex than white folks, because when you're not working, okay, when you're in a situation where you're not working and constantly looking for jobs, or you're not an entrepreneur, or you're not doing anything at home to make sure you got that money, okay, what's my time here? I'm going to ready to close. Okay, when it's like that, then yeah, you're going to have a lot of sex. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, um, once you go black, you'll never go back, as they say, for some white women. But black men, will play the field, because there's always a black woman that's willing to have that one night stand. Like if you start dating white girls and you had the best looking white girl, you had the most preserved white girl you ever met, and y'all messed up and broke it off, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got laid for a while, you go out with your boys and boom, you got like a smorgasbord of black women out there to sleep with. Okay? And it's just the truth. I'm not trying to put black people down. It's just that way. There's a lot of triple, double, triple fornication in the so-called black community. Okay? Just is. And when I say black community, I mean the non-conservative community. I don't mean this place, that place, or that place. But I mean strictly about ghettos. Okay? Like these inner city urban neighborhoods. A lot of fornication, a lot of kids. Black women don't feel responsible about getting pregnant. They just don't. They just don't. Okay? So when this trick says, oh, well, a lot of men don't want babies. Well, yeah. That's why, thank God, we live in a country where we can be more diverse about the kind of women we date with. We don't always have to. And thank God we have, religion, freedom of religion. So we don't have to be fornicators if we don't want to be. And we don't have to, we can be more diverse about the kind of women that we want to date, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have, you know what I'm saying? That's not a reason to mess with a trans person. Let me tell you something. This is how lost trans people are. They don't realize that even when you become a trans woman, there are a lot of I should have put my do not disturb on and I forgot. Even when you date a trans woman, so to speak. Trans woman is a biological guy, right? Okay. There are signs that that's a dude. There are signs. There are things about him that are pro-male that if you keep trying to feminize it, you're just going to make it worse, okay? And women have a smell to them that is more feminine than ours. Becoming a trans woman, so to speak, is not going to get rid of that smell. You still smell like a man, okay? You know what I'm saying? That you're not going to get your trans surgery. Don't get rid of that. Don't get rid of that manly smell. You still smell like a man. And then, if women got to shave and do all this stuff to themselves to be women, you know what I'm saying? What you think you got to do to yourself? And then here's the big one. Most trans women don't get cut. And I did a video a little while ago about what it's like when they do get cut. I looked it up online and seen live pictures of this crap. What you have there on a trans person that does get cut is a picture, what they call a pro-op vagina or whatever. You have a picture of a vagina, okay? And this is such a big deal that even they themselves don't call it a vagina when they, when they start to live with this thing. It's an incision. It's not a vagina. It's an incision. They turn your pecker into a clitoris, okay? And the part that is supposed to be like the hole, I sound perverted, like the hole that your pecker goes into, okay? That's not a vagina. It's a picture of one. So, it's just tissue all flopped up there, okay? There's an incision underneath there, right up underneath that's supposed to be your incision for you to be able to be penetrated. Okay? There ain't no way you can fool an experienced man that has, slept with one woman in his entire life even. Okay? Fool him with that. Okay? The other thing is most trans women don't get cut. They tuck that thing, and their favorite thing, from what I understand, is for them to have a reason to pull it out. Okay? And this is the thing. Do you think for 1 minute that now either she's a prostitute or she's so new at this, she don't know, you know what I'm saying? No. A trans man or trans woman, I'm sorry, expects you to go down on him or her, whichever one you want to call it, whether he got an incision or penis. He expects you to go down on him during sex, just like a woman does. Okay? That manly part of a men love BJs, okay? So, when you become gay or trans, that doesn't stop. That's going to be something that's always manly about you. Okay? All right? So, if you're going to be, this is how stupid they are. If you're going to be with a trans woman, let's say you're going to be with a trans woman that didn't get cut. She still got her pipe, okay? You got to go down on that pipe. That's part of your sexual activity. Now the rest of it she might not want to bend you over. Okay? Some of them do. Some of them, they want you to do the same thing from what I've read and understood and heard and the porn that I've used to watch. Okay? And the comments that these actors would say in real life. Okay? They expect you to go down on them. They even expect you to take one in the rectum, just like they do, every now and then. So, obviously, these trans, and this is where porn lies to you. Because you look at porn, you see a bunch of trannies doing each other. You see a bunch of, lesbians. You see, you see one posing as a lesbian and the other one being a real lesbian. So you got a guy goes out and he becomes a, the Bruce Jenner type of thing, Caitlyn Jenner type of thing, become a tranny so you can have, but your sexuality stays, but you're going to be heterosexual. So it's the ugliest thing you've ever seen. But see, when you're crazy enough to go through this, you will change. Like if you think Caitlyn Jenner ain't doing other things, okay, you crazy. You believe that lie if you want to believe it, okay? what was I saying? But nobody is fooled by um nobody is fooled by uh trans men, trans women, especially trans women. And you know, trans trans men, which are women who try to be men, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? They don't want to go into the bathrooms and share bathrooms with biological men. They don't want to hang out with 100, you know, and do crazy things. You know, they don't want to chew tobacco or smoke cigars or you know what I'm saying, you know, do some crazy things. Um, and I've seen pictures of that too, where uh, trans men who actually had a uh, penis installed. Do you know that that is the smallest, most craziest thing that you could? Oh my God! I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Um, I guess I should thank God that, you know, I used to watch a lot of porn, in a way, because, you know, I used to see, you know, and I used to, you know, I thank God I had a lot of gay friends, um, and I know some gay people, and you know, I know, not just not too long ago. Yeah. Um, there is a dude who that is transitioning into a female, and I don't know if he's getting cut or what he's getting, but um, he's been to my job. He used to work for me. He used to work for me, and he tried to present himself as a lady officer. And first day on the job, he starts going around hitting on all the straight men, on all the straight black men like a common whore. First day on the job, he starts hitting on all the black men. You know what I'm saying? Like you should say something when you talk to men, like do you want to suck my, you know, or do you want your so and so sucked, or you know I'm gay, right? Or you know, like, do you want have you ever tried this? Would you like to be gay, or would you like to experiment with it? That's what you need to be saying to people. You can't go out there like a daggone, like you think you a daggone woman, and just like talk to guys like, you know, and guys are like, ugh, get away from me, you know. She hit on half my guys. She hit on me. And then I saw her when I went to the hospital. I'm like, oh God, I'm in the hospital. And this thing is in the hospital too. And she did it again. And I'm like I can't tell that I don't know you. I don't know who you are and what you are. Like, I kind of feel bad for trans people in closing, because they put themselves in a predicament. It's kind of like somebody being a criminal and having to run for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? They're on the run, or you know, it's kind of like somebody molesting a child, and you're now a sex offender, and you can't get certain jobs, and everybody hates you, and even though you did your time, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares to be around you or smell you, or they don't want the air blowing off of you. Like, stay away from everybody. You know, they're out to kill you. You know what I'm saying? And It's one thing to be trans. I'm going to say this about this trick, and everybody out there, whether male or female, biological or trans or whatever. It's one thing to be trans. It's another thing to open up your mouth. You should shut up and just stick to, you know, simple, basic attraction. Stick to simple, living your life, going to work every day, doing what you do. Okay, keep your love life personal. Keep it between you. That's why they gave you a community. That's why they gave you a community. LGBTQ. Now they got an AISOS or something. Look, LGBTQ, you are not allowed out of those letters. Everybody that you hang out with, everybody that you make love to, everybody that you hit on should be LGBTQ. Okay? Stick with your people. Okay? Don't be getting on YouTube like everybody on YouTube is gay or in support of trans or transgenderism. Like, no. Yeah, they'll listen to you make a fool out of yourself like these two are doing. But you saying dumb things. Okay? But anyway, that's all I want to say. I just had to say something about that video. This woman says that trans women, which are biological men trying to be women, are better, okay, than biological women. Thank you for admitting that at least you're a biological male, okay. You didn't call yourself a biological male, but you fumbled the ball and admitted it because you said you're a different. You said you're a trans woman, and you said that. See, you screwed up by just making a stupid video, lady. Oh, so there's women, and then there's trans women, and you want everybody to forget the regular woman because you're not really a woman. You're a trans woman. You want everybody to leave regular women alone, and didn't I tell you this was going to happen? And so she doesn't believe that, she believes that she can beat women at loving a man, at, you know what I'm saying? But you never said, you forgot to say one element, sweetheart. You forgot to say one element. I think men should become gay and go after trans women. What you need is a top. You don't need a straight man, you need a top. Because a top don't mind putting his face down there and going down on you if that's what, you know, especially when you're in a relationship, that's a policy. He got to put his face down there and go down on you. No matter how far back in his throat it's going, he's got to go down on you. Okay? And he's got, he's definitely, and he's definitely got to lick your, what they say in porn, your little tran coochie, which means your poop shoot. Oh, he got to lick that. He got to go down on that too. Okay. And then, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? He trying to flip you around and bend you certain ways and put you, in different positions, like dag, you got a heavy. I had fat women that wasn't as heavy as you. Then you muscular. I feel like I feel like you know what I'm saying. And then the craziest one is when you say, hey, honey, let's try something different today. How about you bend over and take one? You know what I'm saying? Prepare for this. I mean, hold up. I'm trying to imagine myself being a trans woman with a giant pecker. Okay, hold up. If I didn't get cut, I like it. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can feel this trick, you know, but she ain't telling you that. What you need to say is, well, I think men should become gay and go after trans women. Now, you can't go after trans women without becoming gay. Okay? Because you might look different. So that means the guy has some outward taste. But when you take your clothes off, it's all the same thing. It's still gay. Okay? So, that's good enough. I'm DeRoy Cruz, your life applications officer. I'm just checking out the screen recorder because I haven't used it in a while. And I will talk to you soon with more. Thank you for watching.